it was kind of tough because between like May to November 2020, there weren't a whole lot of opportunities.
Well, that's a much different story this year. Research shows employers plan to hire almost 27% more graduates this year compared to last. Kind of a stormy wrap to our Saturday, and it sounds like it's going to be following us.
It started off great.
It was 80s, sunny.
Clear skies, sunny. Well, the atmosphere happened. That's what happened. It was warm. It was a little muggy, so it added a little bit of fuel to the thunderstorm fire, if you will. And we did see some showers and thunderstorms make their way across the region, and a little bit boomy at times. Not so boomy right now. We're still looking at a little bit of cloud cover. You might be seeing a few sprinkles at your place, but beyond that, we're pretty quiet. Feels like 65 degrees. Now, take a look at this. The dew point is at 61. The dew point tells us how much moisture is actually in the air. Our regular temperature is 65, so those numbers are pretty close. The closer they get, the better chance we have to see fog, and we likely will see some patchy fog. When we see fog, that relative humidity, that'll be at 100%. Even though it won't feel muggy outside, that's all that means. 100% humidity means it's foggy outside. The dew point is what tells us how much moisture, how much water is actually in the air. And there's a little bit, dew points in the 60s, make it feel a little sticky outside. A little wet outside too in a few places. Not so much here in southwest Ohio, but you're looking at some showers still across the central part of the state. Not really looking at a lot of thunderstorms anymore either. We definitely saw some, we definitely heard some, but we're finally starting to see the cloud cover give way a little bit. Now with the rain we had, as that cloud cover starts to fizzle out, that'll allow our temperature to drop, and the more that temperature can drop with all the moisture in the air, that'll lead to the chance for a little bit of fog. Temperatures now in the 60s. We cooled down quite a bit thanks to the rain. 62 in Troy, 65 in Dayton, 67 in Urbana. Looks like that's the warmest spot across the Miami Valley, but we are a lot cooler than this time yesterday. Main reason for that is because all the rain we saw. You can see Bell Fountain, an 11-degree difference there. Several places getting close to 10. Wapakoneta, 9-degree difference. Oxford, 9 degrees cooler than 11:19 p.m. last night. So here's all the area, at least as indicated by the radar, that saw rainfall. Your house might be close to an area where it says it didn't see rain, but we saw rain across a majority of the area, and you can see where these green spots are, especially here in Indiana. We saw a lot of rainfall. Now, as far as rainfall numbers, they vary a little bit. Now, I saw rain in Greenville on the camera, so even though it says 0 right there, it's probably just at the weather station where we didn't see any rain, but a lot of us at least saw some rain or got pretty close to seeing some rain. You can see 0.13 inches in Dayton, 0.97 in Xenia, and I think there was a report of hail out there earlier. Now, the visibility, again, is still good, but as that temperature drops, especially as the cloud cover clears, we could see a little bit of patchy fog in the morning, and you can see that here, a snapshot of the futurecast at 6 a.m. This is fog across the region, but that burns off pretty quickly, and we're actually left with a really nice Sunday. Look at 5 o'clock, we're still looking at some mostly sunny skies. Now, I would say it's not impossible to see a stray thunderstorm this early, but the real weather event's likely going to be later Sunday night. We're going to see this row of showers and thunderstorms making their way across the region, and in these thunderstorms, there is a risk for a strong storm or two that we'll have to watch. Main threats being some storms that could produce some hail or some strong winds, 60 miles per hour or more than that. As far as a tornado risk, it's very low. Can't really rule out that any time during the chance of severe weather, but we're mainly looking at the wind and the chance for hail, not to mention just some heavy rain. And as that pushes off pretty quickly, we're left with a pretty nice Monday. So the good news about this risk for severe weather, the yellow has receded quite a bit. It was across much of Ohio yesterday as we were looking at Sunday's forecast. Right now, it still encompasses a majority of our viewing area, but this slight risk, this 2 out of 5, if you will, 2 being the lower end risk, that's what we have for tomorrow. So we're going to have to watch these storms as they move through tomorrow night. Here's your 7-day forecast. You're looking at temperatures in the 70s. The chance for some showers returning again Wednesday and Thursday, but we're cooler next week. We're in the 80s a lot of last week, but it looks like as we move into probably Thursday, we'll finally see some temperatures returning to the 80s. But it was a beautiful day today. In fact, it was so pretty that Haley and I went to MC the the furry scurry from the Humane Society of Dayton, and it was a fantastic time. I had a great time.
Yes, and all of the little pups that came out, it was definitely a fun time. I had a blast.
So thank you all for inviting us, and enjoy the weather tomorrow. We're going to see some storms later tomorrow night.
All right. We have new video to show you out of Florida where a plane crashed onto a bridge and hit a car, leaving 6 people hurt.